All right, all right. What is happening, everybody? Look who pulled up right on time.
Yes,
I
sir.
see you. That ain't even CP time. That boy say right on time. So, as you can see, like we told y'all, it
Right
was
on
coming
time.
back like we never left. We here with it. We back on it. We got the From the Sidelines Chronicles. We got a very, very special guest in the building. If you be tuning in live on Mondays on Basket to Basket, you hear this man, you see this man, you agree with this man, you disagree, you laugh, whatever the case might be. And not to mention, happy belated birthday, my brother, big homie BooWop. What's the business, man?
Man, appreciate y'all, man. You already know, man. I had to make my debut on one of the growing shows on our podcast, man. Y'all doing great work over here. And as I tell y'all always, let's keep grinding, man. Let's just keep grinding.
That's it, man. This over here, man, Mr. BooWop. This may as well be the Kawhi Leonard of the group, the quiet storm. When he speaks volumes. So if you ain't listening, you might want to pay attention today, because boy, this curtain finna get pulled all the way back today. DJ Michael B, what the business, baby?
Man, look, I didn't even see the text message. I just knew it was starting at 8. I was in the kitchen frying fish for the first time, bro. I was like, I grabbed the phone. I was like, oh crap, it's 7:55. Let me click this. And it was in the middle of going live. I said, well, right on time, huh?
Well, shit, you ain't got no fish grease on your face, so you must have done something right.
Well,
That's what I'm talking about. So let's do what we came to do. We came to have another one of these beautiful From the Sidelines Chronicles. So, Mr. BooWop, would you do us a favor? Tell the world who you are, where you from.
Man, y'all already know, man. It's WAP, man. I'm from Chicago, born and raised. As y'all said, birthday was yesterday. 34 years old. And I'm a basketball dude, man. I love sports in general, but I'm definitely a basketball guy. And yeah, me personally, when it comes to sports in general, I just like to bring objectivity. I just like to see it from all angles, then come to a conclusion. I can see it literally from all angles, but at the same time, be simple with it too. Come to that conclusion and not be complexed about it. And but I done my research once I give you that conclusion. I done my homework. So it ain't so again, it's just who I am. I've been like I said, I've been doing these I started on TikTok early 2021 or late 2021. And just been grinding, man. Been talking to a lot of different podcasters and things of that nature. I actually I do another podcast as well from the World is Yours podcast, and them I'm some good guys over there as well. Different content, but they in tune with the show as well. They support me over here, so it's just a brotherhood all the way around. I, TikTok. I done met a lot of good people. Safe to say,
Okay, not too bad. So how did you get started in the world of podcasting? I know you say you was on TikTok, but what drew your interest? Like, what made you want to just be like, I can do this podcasting thing. Like, how do I get in this thing?
um, I would say honestly, I really never really thought about doing the podcast thing like that. Truly, it was just brought to me. People just like, man, we want to hear you. You talk your talk, and we just want to hear you on our pod. So, and I definitely could talk. So it was just like, fuck it. I'm with it. you know. So it was more so like um meeting the right people. I would say like that kind of been supporting me from TikTok. Then of course meeting up with Troy. It's just day one. He just man, that's my brother. We've been rocking. So it's just like, and I seen what he was about with the pod and what he was trying to go, and I'm just like, yeah, this something I can vibe with. Like they basically starting on the first floor, and that's where I want to be. I want to see the thing rise. I don't want to be somewhere because I could have joined another podcast or whatever that had a strong following, but that it just didn't seem as legit, or I didn't feel like I had a real place there. So I'm happy for the decisions that I made, and I'm glad, I'm grateful. It's been a year, almost a year and 3 months now, so just a grateful feeling on both pods. Actually, I roughly started both pods around the same time, and I'm committed to both. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's different content on that podcast, as far as sports, Troy, my
Boy,
boy.
Troy.
But no doubt, like it's just what it was, man. It's just a brotherhood, and it just felt right. I just that's the simple way I could put it. It just felt right. It felt like the right thing to do.
So it sounded like the three of us came from a similar concept, if you will.
Yeah.
Because I
Hmm.
mean, that's saying my day one is sitting right up there in that corner. Me and him been talking pod life forever, and then we finally did it, and then not too different from you. All of a sudden, we got the determining factor in this whole thing. Troy. Troy comes into the fold. So what's your story? How did you and Troy get linked up to get you to where you are now?
We met on Player's Choice.
Okay.
Met on Player's Choice. We was doing the episode together, and he just after that episode just reached out to me like, bro, I want you on the pod. I love your swag, and it was just like, say less. Next 2 days, I think it was, I jumped on the pod, and right after that episode, he asked me to be a full time guest, and here we are. It just done matured into what it is. So like, yeah, it was again, it was just two like minded individuals coming together and fabbing out.
You got that man tearing up a little bit. Nah,
What
that's
up,
that's
bro?
that's
I
that's,
see
that's
you
what it's
back
about,
now.
man. Shout out to Goat and Troy, man. We'll see y'all in the chat, man. Just kind of dropping this on y'all, man. Like here's the unique thing about this beautiful From the Sidelines family, man. Most of us have never met live and in person, but you can't tell from the content that we put out. You can't tell from basket to basket. You can't tell. Obviously, Gentleman's Talk's a little different because me and Mike could go back like 4 flats on a good old 6-4 caddy, so it's a little different for us. But just like same concept with player versus team when we're inside the huddle, man. Like you see us, but most of us have never actually truly met in person. Not yet. Coming soon.
Not yet.
Don't you worry.
Very
Coming
soon.
soon. What
Very
up, my
soon.
What up,
babe? What
Bobby?
business
I
is,
see you,
baby?
bro.
What's good,
So
family?
so that's the beauty of when you bring like-minded people together. This is what you get. And I want to touch on something that BooWop said that just literally hit exactly what I said that he said that we've all thought about. And it's like we all wanted to kind of come into something that was on the ground floor. We didn't want to jump into something that was already established because you will miss out on a key part of the grind if you jump
Well,
into
just say
something
it for
that's
what it
already
is, bro.
established.
Say it for what it is. You're gonna end up feeling like Kevin Durant.
Facts. I like that. I like that.
Hey man, we trying to be built. We trying to be built like the Heat culture around here. You know what I'm saying? We all about the grind around here. That boy Goat say I'm gonna see GQ soon. Yeah, 'cause that boy gonna be up. He gonna be up there in D Town next month. No, August.
Yep.
So we got a future day trip on our hands, Micah.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, depending on how he act, we might have to rough him up, scuff him up a little bit.
Well, I think some people would appreciate that.
So we kind of got that kind of lined up. Now I kind of want to get into your life story, your upbringing. Tell kind of peel that curtain back. Tell us about my young BooWop that grew into the now 34-year-old man that he is now.
Well, I mean, I'm my mama's only baby, so I'm pretty much raised as the only child. That's why brotherhood is kind of important to me because, I mean, although I do have other siblings, I wouldn't say we are the closest due to age, whatever may be the case. But I mean, we're just not as close as I would like us to be. So that's why I value brotherhood and things of that nature because I just was envious of it because I got cousins. Obviously, they got brothers and stuff. I used to always be like, dang, I'm finna go home by myself, and everybody else got a brother or their sister or something like that, and it's just like, man. I used to always tell my mom, like, Mom, why you don't have another baby? Like, Jesus, I'm tired of being the only child. Like,
Bring
It's
me some
not fun.
feelings.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So, but it's perks to still being an only child. Obviously, I was spoiled rotten. I had a great childhood for the most part. I think I'm one of the only few kids that can say they got a PS2 and a Xbox and a GameCube in one Christmas. Like, you know what I'm
Damn.
saying?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
you
Look,
might be the
Yeah.
only one that can say
look,
that.
look, that's not living the American dream. That's living the Black American dream right
I'm
there.
trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely had some perks growing up for sure. Shout out to my OG. She's still an amazing woman. Did a good job raising me. And yeah, I like I said, born and raised in Chicago, and it's Chicago, man. Chicago is a great city, despite what the media portrays about it. But it's a great city, great vibes, great food for sure. Uh, a little high on the taxes, but yeah, it's a great town to still. I would say still to live in for sure. And me personally, it's what made me. The city made me for sure.
Okay, so with you being from Chicago, you kind of touched on something I wanted to just kind of pick your brain on. You talked about the food. What's the go-to food for somebody that ain't never been to Chicago? Like, what's the one thing you would introduce somebody to from the shop like that?
Um,
Mobby's crazy.
He said, I never wanted a brother.
if I would say we got good pizza for sure, great pizza. Yeah, I would probably have to say pizza. We got good bar pizza, that real thin crust type of pizza. You know what I'm saying? That it's kind of it's like slightly burnt to perfection. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, it's
Okay.
Right there.
All right.
you know what I'm saying. It's and then we also known we're technically known for the deep dish, but we got good thin crust pizza too. Like that's why I would probably recommend somebody getting some pizza for sure. But like I said, whatever you really want out here though, you can find though. Like it's literally endless of amounts of food you can get, like 24 hours type of spots where
This dude here,
jerk
man.
jerk chicken tacos, and that's another thing, jerk food. We got good jerk food here too.
I would have
Great
never
jerk.
guessed that because I don't know no Caribbean people in Chicago.
Look, that boy Mobby said New York pizza is the best for him. I was like,
Well, your goat said Detroit pizza over Chicago.
pizza. That's
I've
always
heard
been a
that.
debate, though. That's always been a debate.
It is. It definitely has. New York is definitely. I've never been to New York, but I definitely heard that their pizza and they hot dogs is.
Yeah, New York's pizza. New York's pizza is good.
Mario's fire, dog.
Hey, look. If you know about Mario's, dog. Like that's some good shit right there.
I wish I could brag about the pizza in Texas, but if you come to Texas,
look, it's all about the barbecue. It's all about the Cajun food. It's about the Mexican food. It's about the Tex-Mex around here. But one thing I will say to brag about what we got down here is like we literally got everything from every culture that exists. We got African food. We got the island food. You want German food? We got you. We got the Italian food. Like we got it all. So you can try whatever the hell you want. We good. Our Indian food is A1 around here.
Notch.
Hey, look, that boy said, look, not Houston's fried crocodile. You got to go next door to the boot, man. You got to get that from Louisiana, man. If you're going to get that fried.
Have you had the, man, I forgot the name of the restaurant. There's one in Anahuac. It's fire, bro.
Oh, no, yep. Yes. You know, that's one of my areas I work in. You know, I done been out there more times than the average bell.
Hey, BooWop, let me ask you a question. Like, we from the South, so like we eat gator, and I don't really eat squirrel, but a lot of people eat squirrel and duck. What kind of would you say is like weird food to outsiders that's not from Chicago?
Weird food. Like you mean like in Chicago that people probably don't eat? Like
yeah, it's like some people outside of Chicago probably don't eat, but y'all eat it. Here in the South, we do gator, and when I tell people we eat gator, people look at me like I'm crazy.
Shit, gator, rabbit, quail.
Well, I didn't never had gator, but I done definitely had some rabbit. I got family in Mississippi, so I done definitely had
Yeah.
some rabbit. But if I would have to say some food in Chicago that people probably don't eat,
Indian brain beef. Damn.
what the hell is that?
I ain't never heard of
What
Indian
is
beef
that?
brain curry. That's unique. Now the tongue tacos and brain. Look, go you Mexican, bro. I expect you to eat that. That's a delicacy in Mexico, though.
Right.
Yeah.
I would probably have to say hmm, something in Chicago that people. That's a
Deep
tough one,
fried
honestly,
pig feet.
because
Deep fried pig feet. Wow.
That's some New
like,
Jersey shit for sure. 'Cause I
yeah,
ain't even
yeah.
we ain't even done that shit in Texas. Not that I've ever seen. Not deep fried now.
That sounds like a heart attack.
Yeah, that's a tough one, bro. Because honestly, like we got a lot of food, but I can't really say something that I don't think nobody. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all done had gyros before, like things of
Oh
that
yeah.
nature.
Oh, we is down with the Mediterranean food around here.
Yeah. See, so like we don't have like a distinct food. I just think we're known for the more at any time you can get something to eat type of place.
Okay.
Like that's what I would say we're known for. Like 4 in the morning, you hungry, you can go get a gyro still at 4 in the morning. Like
No, no.
it's places that still serving
Shit.
gyros. Yeah.
Damn, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
know what I'm
most you
saying?
get at 4 o'clock in the morning here is cats. And cats serve a little bit of everything.
Or that or we go in the Waffle House like a motherfucker.
Oh, boy,
Yeah.
hey.
Hey, that Waffle House is amazing. I ain't gonna lie.
Look, and it all depends on what time you go, depending on what kind of show you get.
After the club,
You know,
if my cook ain't smoking a cigarette, I don't want it.
if my cook ain't smoking a cigarette and got full sleeves of tattoos, I don't want it.
Yeah. So, you talked a little bit about your childhood. What sports did you play growing up?
So the first team sport I ever played was soccer. Believe it or not.
Just
That's
like this
me.
guy.
Yeah, it was definitely soccer. Uh, and I was pretty good at it too. I actually, tell my mom all the time, you should have kept me in that because I think, that's a sport that black people haven't like truly dominated yet. I guess you know what I mean. Like, and I think if more kids, because obviously we're athletically some of the most gifted people in the world. I think it's still a sport where we could have dominated as well. And I was very good at it. I went downstate for a couple of championships. This was like around 10 and 11. I started out as a forward, but then my coach asked me did I want to play goalie because our goalie had got hurt. And I was a beast at goalie. Like I probably got scored on 4 times, like out of 50 games. So like I was pretty good at that.
That boy was a lot of goose eggs out there.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna take all the credit because we was like a AAU soccer team, so we was pretty like one of the coveted teams. So we was really good. We was real good. I say that for sure. Like so, like I would give them credit as well. Like they were doing their job on the front end. Sometimes I wouldn't even see a attempt some games.
Hey, facts.
Like I'm just out here chilling on the goalpost.
If you got a good front, you might not get no action until about the 50th, 60th minute. Hell,
right.
Yeah.
So, but I definitely I would say my love for basketball was always there, though. Being obviously a Chi-Town kid, watching Jordan win 6 titles here, the love started there. But the player who made me start loving basketball was Allen Iverson.
Yeah, boy.
That's the guy, and I felt in like, and I tell people it's like, even though I was there for some of the Jordan, I mostly remember the last 3 titles, obviously, but I wasn't old enough to appreciate the game yet. So, but once AI came along, that's when I started kind of like I ain't gonna say came along. Once he around 2001. That's when I would say my love for the game kind of took a toll. So it started with AI, and then it manifested with Kobe. Like, and that's like essentially my favorite athlete of all time. I would say is Kobe Bryant. Absolutely. The dedication to that craft. I feel Kobe should be the logo for the NBA because I don't know a more dedicated player to the NBA than Kobe Bryant.
I have said that too.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I played basketball as well too, all the way up until my freshman year, and I kind of got in these streets, so called. Being a bad boy,
we
but
all
I
been
still
down that
played.
road.
I still played, street ball, obviously, with the guys, and I'm still a street legend. I was at the barbershop the other day, and a guy seen me. He was like, "I ain't seen this guy in about 13 years." He was like, "Boy, ain't that you? That's you that used to have that jump shot, didn't you? You had a jumper, boy. I remember you, boy. You was like that's definitely me. I definitely had a jumper for sure." So yeah, it's always been a part of me, the hooping thing. I wish I would apply it myself because honestly, I used to destroy cats like college kids when I was really in my bag. Like I used to hoop against guys that was in college, and they right after games they asked me, "Where you hoop at?" Because they were so certain that I was on some team. Like I was a dog, but that's why I talk the way I talk because I understand the game. I played the game. I didn't play at the highest levels, but I definitely played the game. And I know how the game is supposed to be played. And yeah, I was a hooper for sure.
Hey, let me ask you, how tall are you?
5'9".
Oh, damn.
So the same height as us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something about us 5'9" boys, man.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna get like 6'2", 6'3". I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Nah, it's definitely little man syndrome going on over here.
Look, and really and truly, all we ever asked for in life was to be 6 foot. We ain't asked for nothing.
Man,
Let me be 6 foot.
all.
Nah, fam, 69 inches. Sit your ass down. I'm like, damn. All right, man. So something about BooWop that's very unique that I want to get the understanding of it is you don't claim a sports team. Like you watch a lot of sports, but you don't truly claim, like you're not a fan of one particular, like when we talk about across all sports, you don't really claim a team. Why that mindset? What makes you that type of a sports fan? Because you're in that very you're like in that 1.5% of sports fans who just watches the sport for the sport. You don't watch it because of a particular team.
Well, I obviously when I started watching basketball, I was a Bulls fan. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, but what pushed me away from being like supporting teams, I support players, right? I ain't gonna say I support players the way I used to, because I don't think you can find a favorite player like Kobe Bryant again. Like I just don't realistically see it. Like I don't think, and I like a lot of players. Like I love Russell Westbrook, I love Giannis, but I don't realistically think I can find that love. Like I used to have to literally watch Kobe games like all the time. Like I got to watch. I don't care what I'm doing. I gotta watch Kobe play. And I used to love watching him on the road. Like it was that mindset for me all the way up until his last game. But I never really been a Lakers fan. Like since he's been retired, I've only watched the primetime games of the Lakers or something like that. Like I've never just like, let me see what the Lakers doing. Like
finally somebody oh my God.
No, but it's real. Like it's really real. Like I wanted to bring that perspective because I think that's a very unique thing. Like I really am a big fan of that. And you being a big, you're a big Kobe guy. I was a big D Wade guy. Like D Wade was my guy. Like I watched him back at Marquette, watched him in Miami, and then I just kind of stayed in Miami after the fact. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna be a Heat fan. But I just it was hard. I can't tell you now I'll ever really fan over a player as much as I did D Wade, because he wasn't the biggest guy on the court, but he was the most lethal guy on the court most nights. it was very few players in general, no matter the position, that were better than what he was going to bring on a particular night on the floor. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was able in a loaded draft class, he was able to peak first.
Yep.
Like he could have easily been overlooked in this draft because of LeBron, because of Melo. Like he could have easily been overlooked, but he actually outshined first because of that 06 run. I'm sorry, that 05-06 run. Excuse me. Like still to this day, one of the greatest playoff runs we will ever see by a singular player. Call it what you will. That's just what it is. But kind of pivoting a little bit, how did we feel? How did you feel after the Pistons beat him badly? Man, that was so long ago, dog. Like
the Pistons beat him badly, and then the next year he came back and fucked the Pistons up. What is your point?
There is
go
dominated the
Pistons.
100%. So and you had talked about you had all these upbringings. You had a great upbringing, but then you say you went to when you did your street thing. What would you say was the of across your entire life, even now being 34, was that one moment that just truly changed your life?
Having my son. I don't know if I'm here if I don't have him. Honestly, I was a wild boy, overprivileged. I before I had him, I basically dropped out of high school. I got my GED, but I was blessed. Like I was able to drop out of high school, but due to my father being a superintendent for a construction company, I was able to get a job at 17, a good job too. So I was one of the few kids probably making $32 an hour at 17. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, that's big time.
Yeah, and I took advantage of it because it's my father. I used to have to I used to have to apologize to him once I got a little older and mature because I took advantage of him giving me this opportunity to make this money, but I took advantage of him being the boss and my dad. I rubbed some of my co-workers the wrong way because I was this privileged brat out here just basically collecting a check and not really earning it. My old man tried to protect me, give me the easiest jobs, things of that nature, and people watching that, they busting their ass and we making the same money, and it ain't adding up. So on top of that, I kind of just still young in these streets, spending my money on whatever, and I wind up catching a felony, and that kind of slowed me down a little bit, but it was truly finding out I was going to be a father. That kind of changed me for sure, like in ways that was unforeseen at that time. Like I didn't think nothing would slow me down, like because I was in love with the feel of having money and kind of doing what I wanted to do. I was in love with that field until, like I said, it became bigger than me. Having my child on Father's Day 14 years ago, kind of like just, it made me the man I am today for sure. So that would be the moment I learned he was finna be born, and what's crazy, I found out he was going to be born the day Obama was elected in office. Like I can, there's like timestamp moments for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember going to not the hospital, but some little clinic or whatever with my lady at the time, and like, wow, and we finna go vote for the first black president. This is a day. Like this is a crazy day. So yeah, that was the moment though. I tell him all the time, he saves me.
That's beautiful. No, that like talk about this irony, just of all days that, for a child to be born on Father's Day, like you can literally, you can celebrate every year with your kid because it's Father's Day and it's your kid's birthday. Like that's a beautiful thing by itself, just in and of itself. Like there's like that's, and then of course, voting for Obama, that's just kind of, let's just salt bay that on there real quick, so like that, so that's dope, like that's real That's hard. That's pulling on the
I'm
heartstrings a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
curious to know. The first time you voted, was it for Obama going in office? Yeah,
Yes, I was 19 years old. That's the first
yeah.
time I voted.
So
Yep, and my son's birthday actually is June 19th.
damn,
So he's a Juneteenth baby. You know what I mean?
damn. Look, this got all the holidays. That's what we gonna call that. That's a festive child.
Man,
Yeah, he. I hope he's 14. I hope he start realizing that he's a true young prince out here. Like, like it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even understand the magnitude of your day. Like, it's literally a federal holiday now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And it's a
and
beautiful
it
thing.
used to not be like that. Like Juneteenth
Exactly.
used to be just another day on the calendar for a lot of people.
Exactly.
You know, well, if I say for a lot, anybody that wasn't melanated. That's really what it was, But for us, it was a day for us to celebrate, had cookouts with the fam, shit like that. But like
True.
now boys is literally like me, being my profession in the military. That's a federal holiday. I'm off work.
Right.
And what's crazy, and I learned this not too long ago. So July 3rd is Juneteenth Independence Day, and I was like, what? I didn't even know that. So we're actually observing that as a federal holiday for the military, and I was like, Juneteenth. I didn't even know like there was like a difference, So I'm like, now I got some more reading. I got to go educate myself that much more because I'm like, what's the difference in Juneteenth and then like Juneteenth, Independence Day? And I was like, that's and maybe what it is because we know Juneteenth is significant to the state of Texas and Galveston, Texas, and pretty much the slaves in the South. So maybe in my mind, without fully getting into reading into it, is finally when everybody was truly free and celebrated. Like everybody finally was aware of what was going on.
Yeah, I just was talking to a guy. He told me I think Texas kind of been celebrating that holiday for a while now. I think that's what he told me. Like
Juneteenth has been
he,
a big
it's
thing.
been So I mean, it's just a dope day.
I think Galveston celebrated. I think it was like the 87th or 88th festival. I know here in McNair, where I am, this is our 81st parade this year for Juneteenth.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, so July 3rd is called Juneteenth National Independence Day. And that's something that I'm not fully aware of, but like I said, like I was telling Rob, like that's something that the military, we're observing it as a holiday. So I was like, I want to learn a backstory of like, what it is, like why do we have this additional holiday, if you will, that I'm not aware of? Like we know about America Day. We know America Day is around the corner, so you already know we're gonna have a good old time with that. Oh, we temporarily lost our guest there. But I was intrigued by that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never heard of that. So,
but we're gonna figure it out though.
Yep.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get back to everybody on that. So to pivot just a little bit. So we talked about that. Excuse me. That moment in your life. You found out you became a father, and then it really became a reality. When your son, who essentially changed your life, if you will, to kind of go the opposite direction of like what is a moment in your life that kind of turned your life upside down a little bit, kind of put you in a indifferent or a different position.
Oh, that's easy. Losing my daughter. That's the moment, you realize that life is truly short, and as much as you think you in control of things, you're really not. I to this day just I wasn't even on the scene when it happened or nothing like that. It just was an unfortunate incident that, as a parent, though, you still feel guilty for it. You feel like you should have been there or you could have done more, but that's definitely the moment in my life where I realized I'm not in control of things, and that I took I might have took things for granted, just you might think you working overtime to make more money, and you are probably, but like a lot of times I would just be working. She was so small, and you just think you got that time. Like she a baby. I'm gonna get to have her forever, and in that blink of an eye, she was gone. So that would be the moment for me.
Yeah, no, that'll be at the moment that'll rock anybody, and and kudos to you, for one being able to even to talk about it, one, but to be able to still be able to reflect back, look back, and find a lesson in a moment like that. And most people that's hard to do. No, even yes, we losing a child, losing a close family member, but to somehow in the brain to be able to find a lesson to reflect that and continue to move forward. That's hard to do because a lot of people just don't, because they can't, because they're so stuck in the moment of this just happened. But
Right.
you literally just said, life is too short. I was out there, trying to, work overtime, thinking, and that, when you say that, that hits me. I'm thinking about it. And Micah knows where my head's going. I got, you met her just not too long ago.
Hmm.
Little mama going through her little routine, and I'm just like, I work a lot, but I'm like, I'm still here. I try to be here as much as I possibly can, but because it's true. At the end of the day, it is 100% true that life is short, and you have to cherish the moments that you have when you have those moments. And we as adults, and it's not entirely our fault. A lot of it is the way that society is. Like, we have to work, because if we don't work, we don't make money. If we don't make money, we can't provide for those same little people that we brought into this life, or we can't, support the spouses that we have. So we have to make these, we're going to call them calculated sacrifices, or you can call them calculated gambles, however you want to, look at it,
Hmm.
So it's like, do I want to pick up that extra shift? Does that extra shift mean I got to miss, my son's game? Like what is the, the risk or the sacrifice involved in by working that extra 8, that extra 12, that extra 10, that extra 4 hour, whatever the case might be? What am I missing at home by doing that?
Hmm.
But most times we don't think about it, because it's just like, you already said, we take those things for granted. And even Kobe has said a lot of stuff like that. Once he left the game, and he was like, the biggest mistake that people have is assuming that they have more time.
Mm.
That's the realest thing I ever heard Kobe say. Like, that shit stuck with me, because I was
Yeah.
like, we think like that as a normal day to day. We think like that. Oh yeah, I got tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'll take care of it next week.
Yep.
You might not even be here 10 minutes from now.
Ain't that the truth? That's the
Man.
that's the truth.
Like, we keeping it a buck. Like, and we know this. Like, it's a chance you could walk out to go check your mail and get struck by lightning.
Say it
Like,
again.
it's the truth. Like, you literally can go check the mail, and then bow, Mother Nature just hit you with that lightning bolt. You're like, damn.
My time.
Yeah. Like, not the way I want to go out, but all right, I guess I'm gonna go out crispy.
Fish fried, huh?
Hey, look, that's not the way I want to fry that fish, but
I'm crying. No, that's the truth, man. Like it that moment, like I said, it if I didn't have the my son obviously being a key reason why I needed to push forward, obviously, but I had a lady in my life, and she, was my shoulder. She let me really kind of like get it off on her. You know what I'm saying? And some days I worry if I even pushed her away some, because it was a lot. It was just a lot to deal with, the circumstances of my child losing her life, and it was just a lot. It put a lot on everybody. My father had a stroke 2 years later. I mean, 2 months later, and I don't want to blame myself for that, because he was an older guy and people have strokes, but I know he was worried about me, worried if I'm okay, because it was some dark days in the beginning, you know. It truly was. Like I, I still don't even remember her funeral. Like I know I was there, but it was just like a blur. Like you just. I remember everybody coming up to me, hugging me, and they loved me, but like just being there, like it's just like a blur. So I know that first month, I had a lot of people concerned for me. It was a lot of love too. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of support and love, but that's just it's just a it's just not normal to me. Like to lose a child. Like losing a parent is hard, but I think every day we all gonna go through that. You know what I mean? We gonna all bury our parents, and I think they would want that. I don't think they want to bury us. You
Facts.
know,
Yeah, 100%.
so so it's just that was the surreal moment, like just being at her funeral, and like I had to do a lot of soul searching, and like I said, the lady in my life, she that's our song too, the Michael Jackson. That's our jam, lady in my life, because that's what she was. She was my lady, and she was a shoulder I could cry on and just truly get it off. Because I didn't want to put it on my parents. And that's why I say like sometimes I worry if I pushed her away because I did not want to put it on my parents at all. Like they older, they worried enough about me, and they just lost their grandchild as well. So I tried to put on a mask in front of them. I'm fine. I'm okay. Are y'all okay? X, Y, and Z. I'm good, mom. I'm gonna be okay, dad. But I just didn't want them to see me hurting. My son used to, man, like I don't, we did a lot of counseling behind it and therapy and things of that nature because like it almost felt like he was normalizing it, like losing his sister. Like he felt like he needed to be there for me. Like
Mm.
he 10 years old, you know what I mean? He every day, Dad, you okay? Like, you okay, Pops? Like, it should be me checking on you. You just lost your sister. Like, what are you doing? But every day he just felt the need to be my protector, you know. And
Damn.
I'm so hard on him today. Like I'm really hard on him, and to this day he's still that way though. Like he still think he needs to be my protector. And I know a lot of kids will push back and rebel because like I said, I'm hard on them. I'm only hard on them because I know it's hard out here for us as black men. You know what I mean? And you can't have no weak bones in your body. You gotta be tough,
No.
and the world just don't value you the same way. But I only want you to be tough on the exterior. But when you need me, I'm here. If you going through something, you can come talk to me. But I just want you to be tough when I'm not around. Like be strong because you can't show them you weak out here. You just can't do that. So it's just like when it come to him, man. It's just like this dude. He got one of the best personalities a kid can have. Like he just a loving kid. Everybody loves him.
So that
Lil
child
Wop,
is
as I call
definitely
him.
Lil Wop. Definitely a
Lil Wop.
reflection
Lil
of
Wop.
definitely a reflection of Big Wop.
Oh yeah,
Nah, you
no
can't
doubt.
beat that. That's a beautiful thing to see the growth and maturity of a young man at a time where we never really know what goes on in the mind of the youth when something like this happens, especially the really young ones. 'Cause
Mhm.
we as adults process way differently, and we experience loss as kids, but I've never lost a sibling. I wouldn't know where my brain would go in a situation like that. I have no idea. And I'm the oldest of six, so I damn sure would know that I wouldn't be in a good spot because
Three.
I'm the oldest. I feel like
No.
if anybody got to go first, it's got to be me because I was the first one
Right.
here. I got to be the first. I got to be the first one out. That's just the way my brain operates. But
No,
something I and I mean something I kind of wanted to hit on, and you said it, you and y'all went through therapy and all that stuff. And then so for you as a or for you as a black man, how was that mental health for you? Like how hard was it for you to seek out that help, knowing the stigmas that we deal with, not even just necessarily being a black man, just being a man in general, knowing that, oh man, that's a weak man, he vulnerable, he went to go get counseling and therapy. Like how did you have any kind of internal or external battles with that prior to starting therapy?
Um, for the most part, not really, because initially it was for him. It was for my son. I know he needed it, for sure. Like at least that's what I'm thinking. I know I needed it as well, but I wanted to make sure he was good because I just felt he needed to talk to somebody. And we did a lot of family counseling and individual counseling, things of that nature. But me personally, when I first started the counseling, I didn't get nothing out of it, like initially, because I was just so hurt. I was sitting there with the mask on, just trying to do and say all the things. So, quote unquote, the therapist wouldn't be like, well, he might be going through some things, and man, we might, need to. Maybe he don't need his child right now. It was a lot of things going through my mind because I'm just like, I'm a single dad, like, and it's just. I don't, so I'm putting on that front. It wasn't until I met another counselor down the road, like a year later, I met this counselor through my doctor that I was going through. And I was telling him I was having trouble sleeping and things of that nature, dealing with anxiety or whatnot and stress. And he gave me this counselor, and he was a brother like us, and kind of was talking to me in a way I can get with. He wasn't giving me that typical therapist type of talk. He was, more just, I'm here for you, brother, like a friend. It felt more like a friend I was talking to. And somebody that I ain't have to hold back with. I could just let it out, and I think that truly helped me too, that right there, like just talking to him. Shout out to Johan. I haven't talked to him a few months, but Johan was.
No, that's good stuff. Like I'm always curious about those kind of things because I know everybody deals with a lot of those things differently. So I always like to kind of get the perspective of everybody.
No doubt.
Because it's not all of us, but it is a lot that went through that, went through those stigmas, and to know that you knew why you were doing it going into it. You're like, all right, I got to do this, for my son, but also for me, but mostly for my son, type of thing.
Mm-hmm. It definitely is. It's definitely something that now I wouldn't tell nobody to not do. Like it can be beneficial. Like it's just somebody having an ear that's not so close to your situation, because you don't want to worry your loved ones in a manner. Because I lost a lot of friends and things of that nature because I felt like people were pitying me, and I didn't want people pity. I just wanted, like some days I just wanted people to act normal with me, to just talk about the game, to just not ask me, am I truly okay? Because honestly, it's just something you're never going to be okay with. You're just not, when you lose a child, you're not going to be okay with it. You might have better days than you did from the ones before, but it's not a day that I wake up that I don't wish my child was here. Like, wish I can just go in the room and pick her up, So it's something you never gonna be okay with. It's just you try to move accordingly and try to find peace and happiness.
I get it, and I can say I don't have kids, but I get it because I was in high school. My grandma was my best friend. Jeremy, my grandma was my best friend. That's the person I hung out with the most. That's the person that basically raised me. And when people lose people now, and you see people on the internet talking about, oh, it's gonna be okay, it'll get better, this and that, I'd be like, yo, listen, it ain't gonna get easier. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna find a way to move on and try and honor that person every day you live. It really doesn't get easy. Like there's not a day I wake up and be like, damn, I want to go in the room and go talk to my grandma. Like it's not
Right.
easy.
It's just the truth. You
Yeah.
lose people like that, it just don't. It's nothing to like replace them. So it's not getting better. It's more so like just finding your peace and your, you know, you do whatever you need to do to just be kind of normal again. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here though. I'm here though.
Yep.
Yeah. And all we can do is our best to honor those, you know, and that's the best thing we can do for those is make sure that they're never forgotten and to honor them the best way we possibly can. And you know, just like you know, you talked about, you know, Mike, about you know losing your granny. It's like you know when my great granny passed away,
Yep.
that was my history lesson right there, man. She was 104. I had her since I was a child. Like I spent summers with her. Like we used to just talk about everything. Like she watched me grow up. She watched me join the military. She watched me deploy twice. Like she watched my whole damn near my whole military career happen. You know, and I'll never forget it when I deployed the first time. We took this picture, and she's big time Houston Rockets fan. But we took this picture, and then you know we had our little moment, and she just told me, and then this is when like really as a younger growing man, things really started to hit different. And she had whispered in my ears, like, you know, be safe out there, but you know, I might not be here when you get back. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that hits you in a spot that you've never been hit before, and you're like, you know something I don't know? Like, am I missing? You know, what am I missing here? You know, thankfully she was here when I got back, you know, but then after I got back from deployment number 2 is when she passed. She actually passed 2 days before my birthday, so I never
Mm.
forget. You know, August 13th. But she went out on her own terms. She hated hospitals, so we had the hospital bed in her living room at the house. So she went out the way she wanted to, which was in her house because she was. If there was ever to be a movie and a book written about this woman, it would be an award-winning thing, because you're talking about not just an African American woman, but an African American Native American woman who used to clean houses for white folks, and then bought the first house in this new neighborhood that was built. Bought the house on the corner with her own
Mm.
bread. You know, raised kids that joined the military, that went off to war, had a husband, had all this stuff. You know, but did it on her own. Didn't do it with anybody's help. Did it all on her own too. And for me growing up, to have somebody like that in my life, always putting that wisdom in my life, you know, always talking about, you know, keep doing what you're doing, you know, be better than this person that's always around here. You're gonna be better than this and that. And you know, when I lost her, I went numb because I didn't know how I was supposed to feel. Like I went numb.
I remember.
Like I I cried before the funeral. I didn't cry at the funeral. Like I got my emotions out prior to, if that even makes sense. But like I was driving somewhere. I think I was going to the gas station to go get gas or some shit, and everything just bow. Like I got hit by an 18-wheeler. Just took me over. And I pulled over and I let it out. And it was like after that, it was like I was good. It was like, all right. She let me get out what I need to get out. Now I need to be that rock for the family.
Young man, are you listening? Man, are you listening? It's okay to cry, bruh. It is okay to
Right.
cry.
This is true.
It's healing. It's natural. Don't let nobody tell you can't cry. You can cry. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you're hurt, and you need to get over what hurt you're going through.
Yeah, good, bottling it up definitely ain't the answer, and we all know this.
No, it ain't, and it's good to like definitely get it out because again, I try to do it that way initially. Try to just be so strong and put these masks on and things of that nature, and eventually it's gonna find its way out. It's gonna seep out in some type of aggression. You might just be angry for nothing, and you know some days I still wonder, have I truly healed? You know, because some days I can be upset, and you know, and I don't necessarily know where it's stemming from. But then I think like, you know what? It's because you went through so much at a short period of time. You know, I lost my baby, then 2 months later, my dad has the stroke. 2 months after that, my grandfather passes away. It was just like a bunch of deaths and things of that nature. And it's like I'm trying to grieve my baby, but I'm losing people that's extremely close to me, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's like you be so bottled up with emotion and anger and things of that nature that eventually it's going to find its way out. It's going to seep out. It's going and it usually seep out on people that don't even deserve that from you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like so. And
Yeah.
I trust me, I done a lot of apologizing to people too, because like I said, like I know I done went off on people unnecessarily, you know, because you be just filled with so many different emotions, and and when you lash out on people, you know you can tell like they don't even know what it's for, like they don't even understand it, and I've had to go back and just like, man, that wasn't cool, Bucci. Like, BooWop, that's not what you need to be doing to people, you know. Like, I didn't call people like, man, I apologize, you know. Um, I'm just dealing, and and fortunately for me, some would understand. Some would say, you know what, man, we get it. You battling, and hey, we love you, you know. And then you have others that just like, well, I just don't deserve it, and you know, whatever that energy, and kind of stay away from you. So it is what it is, though. Like at this point, the ones that hear from me, you know, they know what it is, and you know, if you walked away from me, I understand that too, because I might have pushed you away.
Yeah. No, we've all had those moments. I'm not gonna call them moments of weakness. I'm just gonna say, as men, we've all had those moments where we have before we learned about expressing how we feel or what's going on, we've bottled up and then we've lashed out. And we may have, we may have possibly, hurt some people that we care about, but it wasn't through ill intentions. It was just through bottled up negative emotions. You bottle up
Mm,
enough negativity, and it'll go nuclear on you in a heartbeat, and then there's no control at this point.
Been there.
yeah, man, definitely been there. I mean, I, like I said, I know a lot of people that kind of went through some tough situations, but the one thing about my situation is that I just don't know a lot of people that have went through. I haven't met one person truly that went through my situation, so it's hard to like talk to people and get that level of like. And you know what? To be truthful, I don't even want to talk to nobody that I care about and we can relate in that manner. I don't wish this on my enemy, you know, losing a child. Like I truly don't. Like it's just it's not something that you wish on anybody, truly.
Yeah,
So again, it's tough for me because I be feeling alone in this situation a lot of times. Like, you know, a lot of my friends, you know, I just again my close friends at home or whatever, like I kind of like closed them off a little bit because I just didn't want to feel like it's all about me or my situation, and you know, and again, I don't want to talk about it as much because it just hurt. Like the pain of it, talking about it hurts, you know. So no, I definitely get it though. Like I get everybody. Like again, I'm an understanding person. Like I feel like it's a gift and a curse to be super understanding because people take that for granted. Like I understand that you might not want to be around me no more. I understand that my vibe might be off. Like when you want to go party, I might not be the first person you want to call no more because I might be having a bad day. Like that's just the truth. I might be having a bad day, and you might not want me around for that. And I get it. It hurts though,
yeah,
but it's just I can't fake who I am either. I'm battling. every day I'm a battle tested man. So
It'd be like that.
yeah.
So this was great. Like I liked how he was able to kind of we first we got a whole life story over here on BooWop, which is great. Now we really understand the man behind the voice.
The insane voice, bro.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, and it's good because, but there was also a lot of wisdom. There was a lot of wisdom dropped in there, and that's what I want people to. If you take anything from this conversation today, is think about the lessons that we just talked about. Look at the lessons that the BooWop picked up on from different instances that happened in his life, and look at the lessons he was able to pick up from those same moments. Even in a time where it could have been one of his worst moments, he found something to pick up from, to learn from, to move forward with. And that's an important trait in a man.
Very much so.
And it's a rare trait in a black man, because 9 times out of 10, when we get down bad, we usually down bad and we stay down bad. Like it's hard to come back up.
True.
Like we get in the dark and we never see the light. Nobody's there to, shine that light and be a light for us, like we talked about on last week's show. Sometimes you just got to be a light for somebody, and sometimes we don't have that light.
Yep.
And if you go on that journey by yourself, man, it's lonely out there.
Yeah. It's definitely lonely.
So I want to take all that energy that we just did. It was kind of up and down, kind of like a roller coaster. But now we got to bring that humor into it, because I had something brought to my attention. And of course, we have one of our go-to staple segments on this show. We call it and entitle it Dumbass Millionaires. Y'all check out this video and then we're going to have some fun. As y'all can see, do not get confused. You see where it says it. It is a Gentleman's Talk exclusive. I mean, ain't nobody else got something crazy like this going on except for us.
Facts.
Question for both of you gentlemen. Did either of you watch any parts of the BET Awards this past Sunday?
I figured this was. Yes, I did.
Oh, boy. Oh, you knew it come. You knew it was coming. My wife sent it to me. That's how I knew it was coming. But I want to talk about the pre-show, because that's where all my shit stemmed from, was the pre-show.
Right.
The fashion. The fashion. What in the actual fuck is we doing? Black people, talking to y'all. Black people, what the fuck is we doing? It's an award show. And we out here in these Lil Kim from the 1990s hip hop source awards and shit. We rocking see-through dresses and pasties and shit. And I'm like, this is supposed to be an award show. Like, we don't see this type of shit for the Oscars and for the Grammys. We see people dressed in nice dresses and suits, boy, but not the BET Awards. Boy, we out here looking like the Wish version of the Met Gala.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting that shit.
Like, I was blown away at half the shit I seen, because I'm just like, now mind you, I don't know half these cats because I don't listen to this new music, because I just can't get down with it. Like, I just truly can't get down with it. It don't hit with me the same, and it don't hit with none of us the same. We all the same age group, so our music is just way different.
Oh yeah.
Like, so I just don't resonate with it. But then I just look at the shit that they wearing, and I'm like, this how you feel? Like, you possibly finna be on stage, getting awards and shit, and this how you want to come out in public?
Hey, by the way, shout out to all the hip hop 50 people from our era that were dressed appropriately for this.
Yeah,
because
look, why was Busta Rhymes and Lil Scrappy looking normal?
I mean, Busta, man, that dude.
Yeah, but that's a legend. But big shout out to him for that Lifetime Achievement Award. About goddamn time. I'm gonna say it like that. About goddamn time, because anybody who know anything about hip hop from the old days, man, if you wasn't listening to Busta Rhymes, man, I don't really know if I can respect you as a music listener, because Like we growing up on some, break your neck and all this other shit. We talking about, like this is a true legend who does not get talked about enough as a true lyricist.
You know what's crazy? When I was listening to his speech and I sat there and thought about it, this dude really did pioneer the feature.
Yeah.
Because he was hopping on everybody's songs and just murking. It didn't matter who it was.
And it's the way he sounds.
Yep.
He has a one of one sound.
He does.
And when you hear it, it's like, okay, that was fire. He's in a very small group of artists. Like it's Busta, it's like DMX. When they get on the track, it's just different. The energy is different. Something about
Ludacris.
Yeah, Luda, one of my Mount Rushmores. Like, Luda is when they hit a track, and then what I love more about Luda is Luda will let you know some shit in a heartbeat. Like, because I'll never forget when he talked about, last time I was on the Cali remix. Now I'm on the original version. That shit was funny. I was like, he was being petty in the middle of a 16. Like, who can do that? Like that's some ludicrous shit. Because can't nobody else do that shit. That's some straight ludicrous shit. But we got to talk about the other downside of the BET Awards. We had a tribute that was supposed to happen, and it happened, and it was kind of tragic. We know we lost a legend in Tina Turner, and one of her constituents from her era was doing the tribute, and forgot the words. Forgot the words. And I'm like, what?
I didn't even know that. Who did that?
It was Aretha, wasn't it?
No, not
Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle.
And
I didn't know she did the tribute. I didn't know that though.
And I don't want to harp too hard on that because it's that's a legend, and but I'm just like, y'all from the same era, so I know y'all heard each other's music, and you knew you were gonna kind of do this tribute, so like stick to the songs that and rock with it from there type of, just you got to pay the ultimate respect in a situation like that.
All she had to do was come out and perform what's the song? Hail Mary. All you had to do was come out and perform Hail Mary and go sit down, bro. I promise you, we would have took that.
I hit us with the dances a couple times, and we'd have been, we'd have been on and popping.
Or hit us with some what love got to do with it and go sit down. That's all you had to do. That's it.
We'd have been all the way for it. Like, but
that's all you had to do. You had to do. I don't even.
But
there was a lot of dumbass meetings at the BET Awards.
Yeah. Just for some additional context, folks. Let me just show you some of the fashion. I had to pull up my Instagram.
Actually,
let me just show you.
This actually ain't too bad compared to what else we saw.
No, this was just the first one. I was going down to the bottom because it's a lot. But then we should start looking at look what the fuck is going on right now.
I think they said that was Rich the Kid.
Yeah, but it is. But what the fuck is going on right here? What's really going on?
I mean, he looked like a villain at the end of a video game.
No, he looked like one of the lackeys. He don't even look like the final boss. He kind of looked like a modern day version of the putties from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Man, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna call his ass a putty. What the fuck is he wearing?
Like, bro, what is happening, bro? You got on my man is a putty wearing a Shredder from Ninja Turtles mask, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
after last week, we might have to start another exclusive called roast session because this last week we roasted the shit out of Azealia Banks, bro.
Boy, and I'm like, all right, so see, like this is normal.
That's cool.
I can get down with this.
I see you bad.
That's
sweetie. Yeah, that's sweetie.
That's a pretty normal outfit compared to what else we see.
It is, and then you got the,
yeah. I'm looking.
So it's see through. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking.
but then normal. That's normal. We've become accustomed to that for the award shows. But then you got this, and I'm like, all right, the dress is legit. I love the dress, but like this, I don't know. This right here, you know what this look like? You remember the dream pants and shorts we used to wear back in high school?
Yeah. Hey, you can tell us we was fly as hell. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, no, you can't tell them nothing. But I'm just like, come on, like all right, we're gonna go with the jean thing with the no shirt. Cool story, bro. Like,
Yeah, about that.
She just said fuck the paces. I'm just gonna let the nips hang. You know,
Well,
whatever. You an adult. Do your thing. You know,
hey, this is the funniest one to me
bro.
because I seen the comment when somebody was like, she really thought she ate, and I lost my mind because she really thought she ate on this shit.
Bro, somebody said, "Does she look like a used dust mop?"
Oh my god!
Yikes!
And I was like,
Yikes!
I was like, I could not see it when they said. I was like, bro, because I'm looking at the number at the bottom of the dress, and I'm like, bro.
I'll say this: had the dress been the same way throughout, it would have been a nice dress.
Yeah,
but I don't get the bottom part. I don't know who designed that shit, but they need to try again.
Yeah, 100%. And then you got this.
Yeah,
she dressed like a pinata.
Who is that? What's her name? What's that girl name?
Carly Red.
Carly Red.
Yeah, like I be trying to keep up with who these people are, but I'm just like,
where the hell are the real celebrities? Because I don't know who the hell these people is.
I don't know.
Ain't nobody going to the BET Awards like that.
Like then you got this fucking lotto person. At least the dress is normal, but this shit, like, why you gotta make this dumbass look on your face? Like, what's really going on? You must have been drunk already before the show started.
Mm-hmm. Safe to say.
See, normal is just like half dress, half tuxedo going on though.
Who the fuck is this?
That whole kind of hard though.
That's JT, yeah, from the City Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of JT, they went through the phone.
And then look, y'all ever seen a black Backstreet Boy?
I'm crying. Diddy's son, man. What's going on, man? That's Diddy's son, Justin Conway.
Yeah. This is shit I be talking about, man. Like, and then this motherfucker here.
Take her ass off the screen. I'm tired of seeing anything about her ass. She irrelevant.
Look, I don't even know what shade of orange this is.
That's
like
pumpkins.
Burnt orange meets fire orange. Like, I don't even know. Like, she looked like a whole ass Pokemon right now. Like dead ass.
Is that burnt?
I thought that was Ice Spice. It's pumpkin spice.
Ah, there it is.
There we go. Pumpkin spice. Look, she a couple months early though. And then what the look, bruh.
Is that freaking NLE
Chopper? Yeah.
What the fuck does this dude got on?
Yeah, that boy is an exotic dancer. And
at
the same time.
He looked like an extra from Magic Mike right now.
Oh yeah.
Definitely exotic dancer.
This shit hit all the way hot.
We was clowning on Facebook because I think Jamali had posted this, and then they was like, "Where y'all think she from?" And I said, "Bro, she look like she from Beaumont, Texas, bro."
Yikes! Yeah. Beaumont.
And then
you know what Beaumont is. That's why you laughing.
And then somebody else was like, "Nah, she look like she from South Park," and I was like, "Yeah, I can see that too." And that's I can see that. But I was just like,
as black people, we gotta stop. Man, y'all gotta stop entertaining this stupid shit. Y'all would not go like this to the Met Gala. The BET Awards is the Met Gala for black people, and this is how the fuck y'all come. Y'all gotta stop doing this bullshit.
I'm just saying, it's true though. But that's all right, normal-ish. I mean, he looked like somebody bouncer, but normal.
I'm okay with this one.
Yeah, it's like conservative. You can rock with it.
I don't think it's wide, but hey, he looks like a normal person.
Yeah, he just looked like a regular guest at the BET.
Yeah,
that's what he looked like. Like he don't look like he finna win no awards.
I don't know who that is. So
I don't even. Yeah, I'm lost too. I don't know who that brother is.
Let's see. I'm trying to read the caption.
They talking about Young Jeezy. That's not Jeezy.
Davio here. I don't know.
I see a lot of fire emojis.
His name is maybe his.
Oh yeah, I know. That's I seen him at the All-Star weekend for the NBA. He was there.
Gotcha.
He got what's that song? I think that's him. He got a real catchy song.
I had to get Michael Blackston because he
bro, I was waiting for somebody to get to Michael Blackston ass.
I don't even know how to describe this.
Easter egg basket. What you mean?
This looked like he pulled this from the Dennis Rodman collection.
The fact that this dude had the audacity to wear no shirt.
Like, no.
All right, let's close this down.
Yeah,
I can't go no more.
What
Hey,
makes
that
it
man look like a Skittle. He like a fucking Skittle.
You know what?
Michael Blackson looked like the colors of the unicorn that little girls draw, bro.
He looked like a character from that show, Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah. Hey man, you know what? Let's take this out on a lighter note because I got a couple of questions here just to hear what BooWop got to say. All right, Jeremy, you going?
Let's do this.
You go to the court right now. You could pick anybody from the sidelines to run 2-on-2 with. You don't know how anybody play. You ain't never seen anybody play. Just based on conversation and stuff you have, who you taking with you to run twos?
I'm probably gonna take Troy. I think he's the tallest. Troy was 6'1", 6'2". Yeah, he like 6'1", and he better be fucking legit. As much shit he be talking. That motherfucker. I'm unstoppable going right. Well, he better be. Goddamn it. Because listen, I love him though. That's my brother, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Troy because I'm short enough, and y'all done said y'all 5'9", so we ain't gonna get no rebounds. We gonna have to literally make every shot.
That's a lie. You better ask.
That's a lie.
Oh shit! My fault. My fault.
Hey, I'm a legit post player, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I feel you. I definitely feel you.
I'm a point guard that had to convert to playing small forward in high school.
Okay. So I'm rocking with it.
I'm putting this on the screen just because. Not this wrong comment. That's what he's talking about. That first of all, if he don't shut his Detroit ass up, you ain't cooking
I'm
shit.
6 foot. I'll cook y'all.
Look, you ain't cooking shit. You can be 6 foot.
You can't even cook in the kitchen. I don't even want to hear that BS.
Look, you can be 6 foot, and I'm gonna toss your shit into the fucking stands.
I'm gonna lock your ass down. Keep playing with me.
I'm gonna point to you. I'm gonna point to your girl, and I'm gonna block your shot straight to her hands and say, "Take this home with you, because it's better than your man on the court." Like,
hey, go, man. We need to know what you look like.
Like you can be 6 foot. You can be 6 foot ugly and have the ugliest jumper too. You might be like Ben Simmons for all we know. Shit. He said I cook better than you.
No, you can't.
Oh, crap.
I'm Caribbean, dog. No, you can't. What is wrong with you?
Everything is wrong.
How about this, BooWop? How much football you watch?
I'm a football guy too. Definitely more of a basketball guy, but I'm a football guy.
Okay, so I want you to name the top 3 receivers that you've seen. So I know most people be like, well, Jerry Rice is a top 3 receiver all time or whatever, but we caught Jerry Rice more like Oakland Jerry Rice, not really like in prime. So
absolutely. For me, the top 3 that I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes would have to be Randy Moss,
for sure,
Calvin Johnson,
for sure,
and I'm gonna say T.O.
Okay,
I fuck with it.
I'm gonna say T.O. What T.O. did in that Philly Super Bowl against the Patriots on that broken leg, that was probably one of the most impressive things I ever seen a wide receiver do. So I'm gonna go with them 3.
All right, I can fuck with it. So I know I asked you about from the sidelines, but now you go to the basketball court.
Mm-hmm.
Take any 4 basketball players with you to run 5 that's currently playing. We're not gonna do the whole all-time thing because it's a little overplayed at this point. You got any 5 players playing right now that you could take with you? Who you running with? I mean, any 4. My bad. Any 4 plus yourself to make 5.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna be the point guard, so I would go with the 2 guard. I would go with Klay Thompson.
All right.
At the 3, mm, I'm gonna need some defense. Let me think. So need the defense. Probably go with.
You want to go with Jason Tatum? Shout out to Troy.
I'm thinking Tatum, but you know what? I'm more of a scorer too. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna get Brian. I'm gonna let Brian be my small forward. Technically my point forward or whatever. I'm gonna go Brian. I'm gonna go Giannis. And I'm going Embiid. I mean Jokic.
Jokic?
Go Jokic. So yeah, that'll be my fight. I want you know, I know people like Klay Thompson, you know, but Klay a shooter, man. I feel like you got a guy like that on the court, you know, just to shoot. Like I don't need him really do nothing else but be a 3-and-D guy. Like yeah, I'm still rocking with him. Yeah, that'd be the 5 I'll probably take to the court with me.
That's a hard 5.
That is a hard ass 5.
That's a hard 5, though, yeah. I guess I'll go one more. You line up, you cook whoever is guarding you as a receiver. You're a receiver. You cook whoever playing corner. Who do you want throwing you the ball that you know for sure you're going to catch this motherfucker in stride?
Who I want throwing me the ball? That's a good question because I love Brady, but I ain't gonna, you know, he's the GOAT to me. You know, that's the guy that made me love football, Brady. But I don't know, catch it in stride. I mean, got a strong arm. It's gonna be nasty. I'm gonna say Vic.
Okay.
Mike Vick. I'm gonna say Mike Vick. Vic used to lay that boy out there.
Yeah, Vic had that cannon.
He had a cannon, man. That dog had a cannon.
Him and Deshaun Jackson hands, bro.
I fuck with that. That's solid right there. That's truly solid.
Yeah, Vic with that flick, that boy off the run with a flick. Like, dude, did you even cock back? What's going on? Just throwing it like that off 60 yards?
Hell no, my man was looking at the flick of their wrist before the song even came out. Like,
man, the flick was incredible. Yeah, give me Vic, man. I wish he could have played in this time. He would have been, I think, a Hall of Famer if he'd have played today's era. You know,
that would have been
MVP. Yeah.
Imagine if you'd have had him and Lamar playing at the same time.
Oh man, talking about scary.
I would just want to see that matchup. I don't even care if it's a playoff matchup, regular season, preseason. I'm watching that. I'm trying to go to that game. I don't give a fuck who they.
I'm trying to see who's gonna have more rushing yards. You know, because it's gonna be crazy. That game is gonna be crazy.
Who gonna snatch the most ankles?
Man, Vic was one of them. Vic was definitely one of them.
I think Lamar faster. I think Vic more elusive, bro.
100%. I definitely think Vic is definitely more elusive. I'll give in a straight line speed. I might give the edge to Lamar, but Vic was still fast as shit though.
Oh man, swift.
But that elusiveness though, that boy, man, Vic was probably as elusive as a running back. Like that type of vision, you can't make that. You can't coach that.
Hell no.
You really can't. You can't teach it. You can't do nothing but just be born with it. Literally, you either born with it.
We know what time it is.
Like scary.
Look, but you know who, and just like there's another one we don't talk about as much anymore. When he first came into the league was Deshaun too, though.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that Cincinnati game, boy, that spin between them two players, and he made them collide. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, Deshaun that entered the chat.
Peace.
You talking about Watson, right? Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. He had wheels for sure. Kyler got wheels. Kyler Murray got wheels. Like,
man, look, I tell you, Kyler run like that badass little toddler on a full bag of Skittles.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, that's that little badass kid. You get him fresh out of the bath, trying to put a back on him, and they running around the whole fucking house. and you just chasing him like, get your little ass over here. Like, that's how Kyler run. He run with his hands down. Like, I'm like, how does this man scoot like that?
Yeah, dude got some wheels on him, man. He definitely got some wheels. Russell Wilson got some wheels on him when he wants to. Like early runs, he used to take off. Russ would take off on you.
Russ was nasty.
So man, I'm definitely a football guy too, man. Like I love the game for sure. Like so, I'm planning on making some appearances on In the Huddle. Come mess with my boy Mel. Come mess with y'all. You know, Mel spicy.
You always welcome to Inside the Huddle, man. We ain't nothing but a good time over there.
Mel spicy boy. Yeah. All right.
That's why I call him Picante Mel. Picante. Green lid.
Oh, he called him mild.
Speaking of that, now that we're talking about Inside the Huddle, make sure y'all catch Inside the Huddle on Friday at 4. Is it 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock on Friday. Also tomorrow, Zamar didn't get to pop up tonight, so I'm going to make sure and say it. PVT tomorrow, 8:15 Central Time. So make sure y'all keep on tuning in to From the Sidelines all week. We're going to keep y'all locked in.
Make sure y'all stay tuning in on Mondays. Catch the homie BooWop on Basket to Basket, doing what he do best. Make sure y'all keep it going. Like I told y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all every single episode, we here and we ain't going nowhere. And to quote the great Deion Sanders, we coming.
Facts.
Make sure you heard what I said. Make sure, hey, GOAT, you listening? Chop that up. We putting that on the TikTok. All right, we coming.
Facts.
All right.
Boom.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another phenomenal Gentleman's Lounge. This has been the From the Sidelines Chronicles. This is chapter 4, introducing and bringing the world to who the man BooWop is. Sir, any last words from you?
Man, I appreciate you guys, taking the time out, asking me some great questions and, just getting to know me a little bit better, man, and introducing me to the world, like you said. So no doubt that another side of, of me to the world, everybody know me for the takes and the comedy or whatnot. But yeah, I appreciate being able to come on this platform and just open up a little bit more about myself and who I am. So I appreciate that. And now, man, you already know, man. Like I say, y'all see me Monday. That's my line.
Talking about DJ Michael B. Last words.
BooWop, appreciate you. Really appreciate you opening up to us because I didn't know how this thing was gonna go. So I really appreciate you opening up to us because I don't know how open you'd have been with anybody else. But hey, we family around here. Y'all see the family atmosphere. Y'all keep rocking with us each and every Wednesday, 7:15. I know we started a little late tonight, but hey, and last but not least, happy birthday, my brother.
I appreciate that. Appreciate it.
I had this drink tonight. This drink was a special drink for you. I was drinking my good old Crown Apple one time because that's who I am. I'm bougie like that.
You said I'm bougie like that. Ain't nothing wrong with no crown, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that crown. Ain't nothing wrong with that crown.
That's what we do. So, as you know, as the title says, I am the CEO of Hoochie Daddies Incorporated because it is our season. So if you ain't out there rocking the 3 to 5 inch inseam shorts, you're fucking up. Do better. That's all I got. That's just what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are